What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday over here. Hope you guys are doing well. Bitcoin currently trying to get back on top of 27K. It is at about 26.9K almost. Very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin, as always, because it is the driver of the overall crypto market. If it pulls back further to about that 25K level, it's going to bring down quite a bit of these altcoins with it. However, if it's able to reclaim that 28K level, things will start looking a lot more bullish for the crypto markets, at least in the short term. So very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin right now. Look at my first post today. So on the first post of every day, I would do a more deep dive into Bitcoin. Very, very important to be paying attention to that right now, no matter what altcoins you're holding, okay? Chances are. Now, let's take a look into Moonriver, MOVR token, see what has gone on in this market since the last time we have talked about it. Last week, it did look like it was having a breakout. What happened? Okay, we're going to take a look into the charts and see what we can expect next. Going to be taking a look into some upside and downside price targets for this coin, as well as some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this market to break either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal opinions and what I am personally doing currently later in this video, so make sure to be staying around for that. Lastly, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice, of course. It's my personal opinions and speculations. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sorts, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, and I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys are feeling pumped on this Saturday morning, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to come down here to MOVR. Like I said, please do look into my first post today about Bitcoin. I'm not going to go into too much detail here on the charts, okay? So MOVR here, currently, last week, okay, on the 4-hour time frame, I think that was what I mentioned to be looking like it was going to break out, where it had this huge green candle here, okay, or at least this trend here, okay, for a good amount of days, at least a few days, right, where it went from about $3.80 area to about $4.40 area. So a good 20% something move, right? It looked like it was going to break this bigger pattern on this higher time frame. I think on the 3-day time frame where we actually have a validated pattern here. But this is one of the things I hate about TradingView. It's like, you know, it does a good job for the most part, but when I need it to zoom in, it doesn't. Okay, let's come over here to the daily time frame. All right, well, we did actually have a validated falling channel here. Okay, I'm gonna say this is validated, even though the second candle is very close to touching, but not exactly. I'm gonna consider that to be touching. Okay, now come over here to the daily time frame, and then we're gonna adjust this upper trend line and see if it still fits a falling channel form. That's one of the things I do. I'm sure a lot of traders do it too, where it looks like it's breaking out, and it gets it into fake out, right? So I will adjust the chart and see if it still fits that form, a falling channel form or whatever form that it was previously is, right? Because that's the main importance. It's really just the form that's important, right? So the trend lines can vary as long as, you know, it still fits that form. And if it doesn't fit that form anymore, then, you know, then you basically invalidate that form. But, you know, the trend lines, not as important as long as it still fits a certain form. And in this profile, it will still fit a falling channel, which is still a bullish pattern, okay? Now, let's go ahead and take a look into, let's just say, Okay, since it didn't break out last time, but it is still very close to this upper trend line here since it had that fake out. Okay, so I think it's still reasonable to put this measurement, okay, which is basically the measurement of the opening of the pattern here. And then you put it onto a future breakout date since we haven't had an actual breakout. So I'm going to put it, let's just say even sooner because of how close it is to the upper trend line right now. Let's just say if it breaks out 10 days from now. For example, just so I can get a measured move or measure targets. If it breaks out 10 days from now, I have a measure move of about just right underneath 10 bucks area, okay? Now, measure moves are estimates only, okay? It really depends on the type of market that it is. You know, I've seen, like I said, bull markets where these coins just pump through their measure moves and a lot more. But we're in a very iffy market right now. So I've seen a lot of coins that broke out of their patterns, right? And then it goes nowhere near their measure moves. So the type of market, also very important. We're in a very iffy market. So definitely take it with a grain of salt here, okay? If it doesn't break out 10 days from now, like I had it here, then move this measurement along this upper trend line if this pattern still stays intact. All these trading concepts, please do Google search, ChatGPT, which is my preference now. It saves a lot of time, right? And you guys can validate what I'm saying here, verify what I'm saying here, and then start charting these on your own. So you can actually just, you know, be independent of other people's opinions, because that is still the most important thing you can do for yourself trading this market, since there's a lot of news, opinions. You just don't know who to listen to. In my opinion, it's better to listen to yourself and just based on what I'm seeing here in the markets. Let's take a look into some key price levels you need to break in order for this coin to break to the upside, okay? So chart's very small here. Okay, here we go. Sometimes it works. Daily 21 SMA is going to be about your $4 area, your blue line here. Got rejected today, okay? Daily 50 SMA is going to be about the $4.05 area. Daily 200 SMA, $5.65 area, the orange line. You guys can repeat the same exercise for identifying moving averages on your 3-day, weekly, monthly, or whatever timeframes you guys are interested in. But the daily timeframes to the monthly timeframe, what I am interested in. You guys can also look into past trading history to identify key supports and resistances as well, whatever timeframes. I'm going to do that here for support as an example. Okay, so I'm going to refer back to previous trading history here where it doesn't have too much, and especially below this level right now where this price action is at, $3.85. I see that the inception candle here, August 2021, is at about that level, about the $3.85. I mean, it's going to get really hard to read, so I'm just going to say $3 and I think right here it says $3.70 area. So we're in that area. Okay, so if it breaks this level, the only other estimate I can give you where the price could fall to is based on this bottom trend line here, which seems to be which doesn't seem to make sense because it's giving me a negative value, right? So that is something to just be critical of sometimes, right? You gotta just look at the chart and see what makes sense and what doesn't. Okay, so if it breaks that $3.70 area, which was basically the inception price, it looks like, then we're going to come back here and rechart what's going on here, because that is the next key support. And if it breaks this support, we're really going into uncharted territory. So that's basically what I'm seeing. If you guys do want to continue seeing more of MOVR, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. If enough of you guys want to see it, I will bring you guys an update on Moonriver MOVR. Now, what I'm currently doing in this market is, what I think is this market still looks bullish in the medium term because Bitcoin has been able to stay away from that 24.7K neckline of that double top pattern on the weekly time frame. If you guys look into my first post today, you guys will know what I'm talking about. So in the medium term, Bitcoin has been able to stay away from that breakdown so far. If it breaks that, then I'm going fully bearish, at least in the short term, or at least on the weekly time frame, right? Or so that's basically what I'm seeing. What I am doing is I am going to be liquidating all my spot longs and focus on leverage trading, since Bitcoin has been in this tight range of about 25,000 to about 30,000. Okay, but lately it's really just been 25,000 to is it even 27, right? 27, 28. So I am going to be focusing on leverage trading since I've been getting more consistent results over the past few weeks. So that's basically what I'm doing. You guys let me know what you guys are doing down in the comment section below. Are you guys holding, which is going to take a lot of patience right now? I know because I held. And are you guys trading as well? How are you guys trading? How's market trading you guys? What are you guys trading? Let me know in the comment section below. Love to hear. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.